was a fascinating experience. I love that. I am definitely going to come up to you for a hypnosis session.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I could tell that I was just waiting there going, okay, just give me a suggestion. I can think of 5, right? Which I thought of before we went into hypnosis. So give me an idea of the types of clients you've had. I mean, smoking cessation, of course, you hear about that a lot.
Yeah.
You mentioned for weight control, and that could be anything from I have a...
Yeah.
what are the various reasons that someone might put on weight that you can deal with in hypnosis? Let's go there.
So put on weight. So they're usually when people eat because they are bored, or they just, walk up to a pantry and eat and things like that, usually have a deeper cause than just habit of eating. And so I've worked with a person who had a very her anger. She had an anger issue with her father,
and that caused her to overeat.
Yes, that's how we started the session without any expectations.
Oh, okay.
And then I suggested her to her subconscious mind to take her back to okay. First, I suggested her to just go back to the last time she was overeating. Okay, and then she was like, okay, this was a couple weeks ago or something. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, then she remembers how she felt when she was doing that. Then I asked her to follow that feeling back to when she first felt that way. And she goes back to her relationship, strange relationship with her father.
Okay, that
so
makes
we
sense.
worked on that. Yeah, that. Yes.
It does make sense. Yeah, I know. In a video I was watching by your teacher Jerry Kine, he talked about the fact he used an example of panic attacks that the woman didn't know. They just cropped up all of a sudden, and it was really tied back to a fear she had of a cat in a video when she was age 2. And so what she didn't realize is that subliminally in the back of her mind, that had built over time, and then when she spotted a cat, even though it didn't register consciously, it triggered the panic attack that she had when she was 2.
Right.
So he desensitized what happened at 2, and then the rest of it disappeared.
Right. Usually when a person goes back to the initial cause that led that person to start reacting a certain way, and the person will usually be able to desensitize. If a person is involved in that event, I often lead that person to forgive that person.
Right.
But the person, so that my client might not be ready to do that, but there are things we can do, and then that Jerry has taught those things.
That's great. Yeah, you had a great teacher.
Yep.
It's
I agree.
So there can be, weight loss can be any number of issues, and so rather than saying, oh, it's that you overeat or your metabolism's slow, have you found people who eat a relatively healthy diet, you're not finding emotional triggers, it's just the metabolism is slowed down? Is that something you can reset with hypnosis?
So actually weight loss is considered to be easy. Dave Elman said hypnosis really works very well on weight loss when the person is motivated. For example, for me, when I go back to Japan, Japanese people are thin, skinny.
Yes,
right?
they are.
I don't know what they eat. They eat rice.
It's fresh foods, it's raw foods,
So when
they get the American diet, right?
So when I go back, before I go back to Japan, I can lose my weight very easily because I have great motivation to do so. And hypnosis, weight loss could be that easy.
Okay.
But again, like they're depending on a person, what causing them to eat.
Okay, wonderful. So we've done, we don't have to dwell on smoking. I think that one is kind of a tried and tested and true for hypnosis. But how about people, what you see a lot of people will go to the doctor for, and they'll end up on a vicious cycle of medications, or for chronic pain, where the doctor goes, don't know why you hurt. Structurally, organically, no reason for the pain, you just have pain. My studies would indicate that typically has an emotional underpinning, because there's no reason once you've had trauma and that trauma has healed, that you should continue to have inflammation, that you should continue to have pain. So it almost becomes a distraction for the body because I'm not dealing with other things emotionally.
Yeah.
It in itself, in a weird, twisted kind of way, can be an addiction, and it's an addiction to pain even though you don't want it.
That's
Just
right.
like you don't want any addiction. So do you find that with intractable pain that works?
Yeah, yeah. I've also experienced similar things. Pain is, chronic pain is caused by our mind and unresolved feelings and those things. So, and the doctor cannot do very much prescribe painkillers, but hypnosis can address the root cause of that chronic pain.
So if somebody watches someone, I'm going to go to Kenji because I have pain, I take it you would prefer to have them have seen the doctor, have a doctor's referral that says, yes, physically they're fine, and so hypnosis is a fine treatment. Because you want to make sure that you're not masking pain, where there truly is like they broke a bone and they need to go get that taken care of. You're not going to have somebody, I just got this pain in my arm and it just doesn't function right. You're going to want them to go get that addressed and then deal with any residual pain from that injury.
Yeah, that's right. If a person is bleeding, I would like that person to go to a doctor or emergency room. But then there's a chronic pain that the doctor says nothing wrong. I cannot do anything anymore. Then I suggest that person to go to a hypnotist or any other alternative therapist that they feel comfortable with. I like hypnosis because hypnosis is something we can direct people to the cause by using words, and then it's really step by step. You can actually see results very quickly. So yeah, I like hypnosis.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, do you ever teach your clients how to do self-hypnosis?
Yes, I do. I've taught self-hypnosis classes.
Oh.
So usually I spend a lot of time talking about what hypnosis is. Like we did in the first video, hypnosis is not mind control. Hypnosis is a natural state, and and those things. Hypnosis is bypassing of a critical factor of a conscious mind in establishing selective and appropriate thinking.
And that's what a spiritual experience does for you as well, correct? That's what faith is about. If you think about that,
oh yes,
a religious experience to me is very much a trance state.
Oh yes. I go to church every Sunday, and what I learn in hypnosis classes and what I do to help use hypnosis, help people by using hypnosis, consistent with my belief.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I can say I'm a hypnotist and I'm a Christian and I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're perfectly fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, I think it is a spiritual experience. It is such a freeing. Your mind actually feels more powerful in that state. So
right.
that gives you resources then to have better outcomes, better choices, be pain-free.
Yep, that's right.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So good. So self-hypnosis would be a great thing then too to come for a class.
Yes, that's right. So self-hypnosis is easy, and you can get better by practicing it. You can use self-hypnosis to give yourself affirmations.
Oh,
And
that's
then,
powerful.
You can make it more effective than just saying affirmations.
Well, that's great. We may have to come tape you at one of your self-hypnosis classes, give people a little intro to what you teach in a class.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So if you'd like to talk with Kenji, if you'd like to come in for a session for hypnotherapy, are they typically an hour?
1.5 hours.
1.5 hours to allow time for the pre-talk and then the actual session.
Yeah.
How would I contact you?
Okay. You can go to www.solutionsatLast.com. Solutions with an S, atlas.com.
Okay.
And that's my hypnotherapy business website. So you can know what hypnosis is and how my session goes usually, and also the rate is on the website.
Wonderful. So we'll post that here at the bottom of the video. So I appreciate that. Thanks. Take a look at the next video. We're going to actually talk a little bit about Kenji's classes that he offers here in Thornton, Colorado, if you're interested. and just kind of give you an overview of his self-hypnosis course as well as your certified hypnotist courses.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining.